Hey guys, welcome back to the Tough Love Podcast with Dr. John O'Connor. Today's guest, Danielle Thompson, is something out of the ordinary for me with regards to the typical, I would say, tough love candidate for a podcast, but I thought her story was pretty amazing. I've been watching Danielle over the last couple of years build up her following and her audience, and as I got to know her in our pre-show interview, I really thought it'd be a really warm and interesting podcast. And so Danielle, welcome to the show today.
Thank you.
So Danielle, the one thing with regards to the introduction is I love hearing about everybody's why. And sometimes they're always not the best, right? So yours kind of was sparked from some health issues, right?
Yeah, so I had low back pain and my MRIs came back perfectly fine. So the doctor assumed it was muscular. So I assumed then it was probably from my weakened core from my pregnancies. So I figured if I strengthen that, then hopefully that'll help with the back pain. And it did.
You did say that the MRIs kind of advanced, though. You have some degeneration now in the discs.
Yeah. This
is that relatively recent?
That was recent, yeah. So the other one was about 4 years ago. And then this was over the summer. Yeah.
Now, we touched on your kids are real young still at 6 and 8. Did you have that during pregnancy?
I had no back pain during pregnancy. It was
so you were good for both of them. So it wasn't that. It was kind of after the fact the back pain started. Now, I'm watching you where you're starting to get some muscle to you. Was this early on where you're more like skinny mom and you were weak kind of thing?
Yes.
And that weakness, like doing your full-time mom job, full-time teaching job,
yes.
And then was fitness kind of back burner at that point?
It was. I was doing anything quick that I could just
classes,
fit in like
videos.
Yes.
What was the turning point when you said, I want to do strength training, like when I see you? And I chuckle. Like I said, guys, this is definitely a feel-good podcast. What I think is really cute, Danielle's my little sister. Every time she gets a device, it's like the featured thing on her stuff. Like, so she adds something to her rig in her basement or wherever that is. And the leg strengthening, when did that start to be like on the forefront? What motivated you there?
So I was doing like cardio and those quick like 10-minute classes. And I was just like, this isn't working. Like, I look the same. I can tell I'm way too skinny. I don't feel strong. And I was like, I need to figure out how to build muscle. So I got my personal training cert, figured out a plan, and have just been doing like progressive overload ever since. And I've never gone back. Like, strength training is for me.
There was obviously a mental component because the back pain was going on for a long period of time. And the funny thing, I can't lie, so you'll see the connection now. Tough love started because I broke my back.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. And for me, I was paralyzed with GBS, Guillain-Barré syndrome. I had fractured my back. I had tons of spinal injuries, but I was a professional basketball trainer. I was a healthcare provider, husband, dad, coached every team. I couldn't believe like this was it felt like. And so whenever I hear somebody and I saw like core work and that was kind of like your tag and your handle, I was like, let me see, because I don't think people realize how debilitating back pain can be.
Yes,
very. Did you have difficulty standing or sitting
yes.
or bending or all the above?
Everything. I was in constant pain. I had to like lay down. I was in constant pain. And I was like, I can't live like this. I have to strengthen my core. I think that's where it was coming from because all my organs were spilling forward from the diastasis. And I was like, it's really hurting my back.
And you had the diastasis recti after the pregnancy, yeah?
After my first, and then I knew that's what I had. And then I had a second child, so.
Guys, for the audience, for you guys out there, for some people who may not be familiar, diastasis recti is when the abdomen kind of separates and allows for essentially your intestines and your organs kind of like push forward. Now, I will tell you, if you follow Danielle, and she'll at the end say what her Instagram is. She has a remarkable core now. You would never see it and you don't notice it because she's done so much strengthening. But again, that's a remarkable testimonial to the work you're putting in. So kudos to that.
Thank you.
The neat thing, how many days a week you're working out currently?
How many days a week? Five.
Five. And you have a recovery day?
I have two.
You have two? Yeah.
Yes, but I do my postpartum core every day because that's honestly helped me the most, rebuild it, just being consistent with doing that.
I'm going to give you a pearl. So I was blessed to work with Andrew Locke and reached out to him before he had passed. And he was probably one of the top spinal physios in the world. When I was hurt, when you've treated 20,000 patients like I have, I was desperate. And I was watching this large human. And when I say large, when I tell you he looked like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like he had a ponytail off the back of his head, otherwise shaved head. He was a mountain of a human.
Wow.
World powerlifter champion.
Oh, wow.
Like, one of those ones you see in like Braveheart, like the dude's coming out of the mountains carrying a huge club. But anyway, remarkably brilliant mind in the human anatomy and that the musculoskeletal system becomes the shield to the body. I became a student of all of his content and digested it all. So I'm definitely going to show you, when you come to the clinic, I'm going to show you some of his stuff, which you will definitely, collaborate with what you do.
Thank you.
Balancing it all, right? Full-time job, mom,
yes.
wifey.
Yes, all of it.
It's so funny. Like, I think you do a great job showing your story. How do you try to balance it all? Sleep, recovery, like what time do you get up to work out?
I go to bed very early. I go to bed at like 8 because I'm up at 4 to work out because that's really literally
the
the
time.
only time I have. And that's why we have our home gym. So I just get up and I just go down to the basement. I do my workout and then it's done. I don't have to worry about it. I can go to work. I can come home from work and I can be with the kids, be with the family and do what I need to do. Sports, drive them wherever they need to go. My workout is done. So I'm very routine.
And I knew that's why I would like you, because I'm kind of Rain Man-esque like that too. Like I can't, vacations are rough for me.
I know. I'm always looking up gyms. I'm always Googling what the closest gym is.
That's it. Everybody knows, don't book anything that doesn't have a gym, because I won't go.
I need one very close.
The thing that I was thinking, and Friday I was on a call with Mike, there's 2 gifts I'm going to give you. I didn't realize how bad your pain was. So I'm definitely going to have you check out the Advanced Regenerative Modalities. Our podcast is quite often sponsored by MedRay Laser and Technology, one of the companies that I work with, and another company is Pulse Pen. These are technologies that you see professional athletes are used all over the world. Clinics like the Cleveland Clinic, the Mayo Clinic, Hospital for Special Surgery use these types of sciences to accelerate the healing process. I always see you in your infrared sauna and whatnot, and you're big on recovery. I think you'll be blown away with one of these, try to figure out where to stick one of these treatments in a week. The rise of the Fit Mom brand, and I was on with, I don't know how familiar you are, but they create tunneling, like traffic towards your page. I see the rise of the Fit Mom brand coming. I'm going to help you with that. I'm going to put you in contact with him because I have another gentleman actually and started it, and he's a full-time nuclear power plant management executive, but he does this side hustle and does remarkably well. And the funny thing about it is you're already doing it.
I know.
You see what I'm saying? So in other words, like the way you grade papers and the way you do stuff in your full-time gig, how neat would it be that you're already doing this? You're already right program. You're already inspiring so many. And a little cute tidbit, which I thought was awesome. So you do travel to gyms, right? So I see popping up.
It's fun.
So you go with your husband, yes?
Yes, our day dates.
And thanking him, he's not here, but please thank him for his service as in law enforcement. So you guys go to the gym, and now I also understand he's your advisor in photo content creation.
A little bit.
Nice.
A little bit.
I had to laugh because I think probably as we talked, your personality started to come out, and you're wearing a good smile right now. You're doing great. What I think is funny is you have influencers, and I learned that I'm working to get in to be one of 10 or 11 athletes with Jocko Fuel. And I'm over 50, and my goal is to get my pro card this year, but more importantly, it's to motivate 30, 40, 50, because when I was a professional basketball coach trainer, I had thousands of athletes that I worked with. I was their pace horse. You know what I mean? I was teaching them the reps. I was on there with every rep, every set, every drop of sweat. I was side by side with them, and I couldn't do it anymore. It was kind of heartbreaking for me, and to make that transition. Then I found this. The neat thing is when people see me and they're like, "How old are you again?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to be 52." They're like, "All right, really?" I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Okay." And I'm like, I put a lot of time in that. But what they don't understand, just like managing back pain, the story of the Tough Love podcast was I'm 215 pounds right now, and it's earned. When this started, I was 178. I never was that light in my life. I was broken. It was during COVID. My back broke. I was depressed. I didn't sleep. I wasn't eating. I was living on protein shakes, literally drinking them. That was all I was getting in. So I was literally ligament tendon and lean muscle. I looked like a runner. I was like skinny and broken and defeated. To me, when people ask why I like Jocko Fuel, first off, during that time, what they didn't realize was I love the military and I loved Jocko Willing's mindset. And I knew for me to get past this, I had to go someplace kind of dark and be like, embrace the suck.
My husband, who was a Marine.
Because there's going to be only one way to get to the other side of this.
He tells me that all the time. Embrace the suck.
Yeah, and so I think that was there. Tell me this. So you're getting a little spicier in your stuff, so your personality's starting to come out on the Instagram. What's your inspiration for that?
Honestly, my inspiration was after I had kids, I wore baggy clothes. I didn't want to be looked at. The beach, I was covered up completely because I hated how my stomach looked. And now I was like a scrawny little thing with like a mom pouch. And now I've put in work for like a year and a half, and I'm proud of myself.
There you go. So listen, ladies, she earned it. She wears it. So your 40th birthday, you just turned 40. You look amazing.
I just turned 40, thank you.
And that was a fantastic photo shoot. I think, was that your husband shooting those pics?
Yes, he takes them.
So he does, hubby, you do a great job on the pics. And so the big thing is I think there's something to be said, right? Like you've earned it there. You're fitness-based. It's wholesome. To me, it makes me smile. And that's like one of the things I wanted you to be a guest today. I'm like, this is my little sister. I'm like, she's getting after it and she's proud of herself. And you can feel that through that. So congratulations on that. And good for you. Are you sharing any of your workouts or anything online for people? Are you getting any DMs on that end?
So it's hard for me to really do any coaching just because I have the full-time job, but I do have like a 8-week core program for postpartum moms that I do sell for them. And I've had quite a few clients, and I've really helped a lot, like just rebuild. Even if they don't think that they have diastasis recti, their core is still compromised,
yeah.
and it really helps them rebuild it. So really that's my baby. Like, I love my core program, so that's kind of where my heart is right now.
The one thing that I would tell you is, as a practice coach, I don't care whether you're practicing an exercise or clinical practice, share those testimonials, because I'm sure
I have.
Because I can't tell you how much that mom, sometimes that's a thankless job. And like, think about it this way. I'm sure that you'd like to watch a TV show and you're going to bed at 8 o'clock because you have to be at 4 a.m. because when you get home at 4 o'clock, your time is no longer yours.
No.
It is borrowed.
100%.
So be honest, did you ever expect to gain this much attention on social media?
No, I really didn't. Like, I never thought I'd even hit 10,000. I'm very thankful for it. Like, I can't believe that many people want to, follow my journey. It gets overwhelming. Like, I truly never thought it would happen.
You're doing a great job, and you have a nice climb. So the big thing is obviously there was a point where you felt stuck, right? You were seeing doctors, they're telling you, hey, the back's not that bad. We don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm sure somebody said, hey, go get the diastasis recti fixed. That may help. And what would you tell moms out there that feel stuck, like that jump in, like just do it?
Honestly, I think the best thing for a mom to start with is to rebuild their core, re-strengthen their core. All my clients, they say to me, I'm starting with your program because I can stick to it. You can fit it right into your everyday life, and you have the results. And you don't want to jump into like strength training if your core isn't there.
Compromise.
Yeah, because
then you do that every day? You do it twice a day? Like, is it like a 5-minute routine?
In the beginning, it's like 5 to 8 minutes. In the beginning, I'd say twice a day when you're doing like the basic. But then once it gets into the actual exercises, it's like 10 minutes, and I just do it once a day. Yeah, but that's
a 7-day-a-week thing. So
I do it 7 days a week. I suggest everybody does it 7 days a week. But that to me is the best starting point for a mom, because you can fit it in. It's short. You can go places from there once your core is rebuilt.
So I hear in your voice, that's an emotional high point. So make time for yourself.
Oh, always make time for yourself. Mine's at 4 a.m., but that's okay.
That's your time.
That's my time. That's my me time.
Do you tell that your 6 and 8-year-old, listen, don't find mommy at 4 a.m.?
No. And now I have to tell my husband that, though, because he's starting to find me.
Yeah, you got to turn your locations off. So legacy talk. When your kids look back and see that they had like the super strong mom, because it's funny. I saw with the bodybuilding, right? Like, I'm starting to like change. Right? Mm-hmm. And morph. You're changing. You're growing. There's still babies where somebody might still jump on your hip at 6. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
I'm like thinking, my 6-year-old, 6 and 8, they're still running down the hallway. What do you want them to remember you as they hit? And being a, middle school teacher, when they hit high school, it's amazing when it just changes. And then it's funny because I coached probably 10,000 kids, and I never thought it would happen that way. But it's like they hit high school and all of a sudden they're in college. How do you want, you two boys, 2 girls?
I have a boy and a girl.
A boy and a girl, perfect. Like, yes. So do I. What's the memory?
I just want them to remember how hard I work. Like, I was very determined. I went and got my personal training cert while working full time, while raising them. I got 3 other specializations, have my core program. I started my business. Like, I just want them to see how hard I worked and how determined I was to help other moms.
How do I tell people when we put it up today? How do we find you on social media?
So Instagram is Danny Fit Mom of 2. Mm-hmm. And I do have a YouTube for my business for Deep Core by Danny. The
thing about it is most people talk about finding balance, but I think you built it. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
1 rep, right? Every day, consistent action,
yes.
and somebody's got a core of steel now. What, if you had like your ethos, if you will, what would that be for you?
I don't even know what ethos means.
Like, if you had like a saying, a statement, a line.
Oh gosh. I always just say, like, if I can do it, because I had such a bad diastasis after pregnancy, like if I could do it without surgery and just exercise, like any mom can do it. Like, you can do it. You can find the time. You can do it. If I can, you can.
So essentially, anything is impossible.
Yeah.
It's possible with discipline, determination.
Yes.
And an alarm clock that gets you up at 4 a.m.
Yes. And the 4 a.m. wake ups.
It's so funny. Like, when you sleep to 6 now, does it feel like it's the next day?
I don't even really sleep till 6 anymore. My brain actually wakes me up.
You one eye at 4 a.m. like I do?
Yes, at 4 a.m. I'm up every day.
I notice it because it's funny. You're like, I try to like all your stuff, and I find that we have the same sleep patterns. So that was another cute thing. I was like, well, I know you're right up the street, but I chuckle because I think you sleep as little as I do or go to bed as early.
8:30.
Yeah,
8:30 in bed.
I chuckle. I tell my kids, I go up the front stairs, I'm like, hey, they're like, already? I'm like,
my husband's always always like, seriously? Right now? It's 8 o'clock. I'm like, I got to get up soon and work out.
You know what? It keeps your skin youthful and everything like that. Well, first off, thank you so much. And it wasn't that bad, was it?
No, thank you
did
for
great.
having me.
So guys, thank you so much. Danielle was fantastic today. We're going to make sure to include all her stuff. Ladies, for you guys out there that are battling any issues postpartum with regards to pregnancy, obviously you're so excited to have your children, but they do come at a price. And Danielle's proven that you can take back and reclaim your life and have an amazing body, and kudos to you.
Thank you.
So guys, thank you. God bless for joining in. We'll see you again soon. Take care.